The year was 1966. A small town named Point Pleasant, nestled at the confluence of the Ohio and Kanawha rivers in West Virginia, became an epicenter of strange and unsettling events. The ordinary rhythms of life were about to be disrupted. An unknown entity emerged from the shadows, forever changing the town's identity. It was the beginning of the Mothman legend. The first reported sighting occurred on a chilly November evening. Two young couples driving near an abandoned World War II munitions plant known as the TNT area encountered something utterly bizarre. A large winged creature with glowing red eyes emerged from the darkness, its silhouette stark against the twilight sky. Fear, seemingly startled by their headlights, spread its wings and vanished into the night. This initial encounter sent ripples of fear and fascination through the community. Word spread quickly. The local newspaper, the Point Pleasant Register, published the story, dubbing the enigmatic being Mothman. Little did the residents know that this was just the beginning of a series of increasingly bizarre and unsettling events that would forever link their town to the legend of the Mothman. The town held its breath. An eerie tension settled over Point Pleasant, a palpable sense of dread mingling with an undeniable curiosity. What was this creature that haunted their nights? Was it a harbinger of something more sinister? A warning from the unknown? Days turned into weeks, and the sightings persisted. Reports poured in from all corners of Point Pleasant and its surrounding areas. The creature, always described as having a towering humanoid form and glowing red eyes, became a haunting specter, appearing to witnesses in moments of vulnerability and fear. Some described the Mothman as a bird-like being with an immense wingspan, capable of soaring effortlessly into the night sky. Others claimed it moved with an unsettling swiftness on the ground, its glowing eyes boring into their souls. Each encounter, though unique in its details, served to solidify the creature's presence in the collective consciousness of the town. Fear began to grip the community. The once familiar darkness now held an unknown terror. People avoided venturing out alone at night, their every sense on high alert for any sign of the creature. The sightings were not confined to the outskirts of town either. The Mothman, it seemed, moved with impunity, appearing in backyards, on lonely stretches of road, and even peering into windows. Whispers of curses and prophecies spread like wildfire. Some residents, drawing upon local folklore and Native American legends, believed the Mothman to be a harbinger of doom, a supernatural entity whose presence foreshadowed tragedy. Others, however, clung to more rational explanations, attributing the sightings to mass hysteria, misidentified birds, or even government experiments gone awry. The tension in Point Pleasant reached its peak on a cold December evening in 1967. As the sun began its descent, casting long shadows over the town, the Silver Bridge, a suspension bridge connecting Point Pleasant to Gallipolis, Ohio, groaned under the weight of rush-hour traffic. Unbeknownst to the unsuspecting commuters making their way home, tragedy was about to strike. With a deafening roar that echoed through the valley, the bridge's chain supports snapped. The roadway buckled and twisted, sending cars, trucks, and their occupants plunging into the icy waters of the Ohio River below. The Silver Bridge, once a symbol of connection and progress, had become a scene of unimaginable horror. 46 lives were lost that fateful night. The tragedy sent shockwaves of grief and disbelief through Point Pleasant and beyond. As rescue workers toiled tirelessly to recover victims from the wreckage, whispers of the Mothman resurfaced with a chilling intensity. Many believed the creature's presence in the months leading up to the bridge collapse was no mere coincidence. Had the Mothman, as some claimed, attempted to warn the townspeople of the impending disaster, or was its appearance merely a cruel twist of fate, adding an eerie and inexplicable layer to an already horrific event? The questions lingered, further cementing the creature's place in the annals of Point Pleasant's history. In the wake of the Silver Bridge collapse, the debate surrounding the true nature of the Mothman intensified. Was it a harbinger of doom, its presence a grim portent of tragedy? Or could it be, as some suggested, a guardian spirit, attempting to warn the town of impending danger? The creature's dual nature, both feared and revered, deepened the mystery and fueled endless speculation. Those who viewed the Mothman as an omen pointed to the numerous misfortunes that seemed to plague Point Pleasant. Strange lights in the sky, unexplained animal deaths, and a general sense of unease permeated the town. The Silver Bridge collapse, they argued, was the culmination of these events. Others believed the Mothman was a protector, a benevolent entity drawn to Point Pleasant. They pointed to stories of the creature seemingly guiding people away from danger, its glowing eyes serving as warnings rather than threats. The Mothman, whether a harbinger of doom or a guardian spirit, had left an undeniable mark on Point Pleasant. Its legend, forever intertwined with the tragedy of the Silver Bridge, continued to captivate and mystify.